There ain't nothing better than another but I'm on a better so get your mind up, but they gotta and close up over which is like a hurricane. Should I cuss the clutter, click and clear up all the clutter of the land between my ears, the line between the gears, the line between the fears, the line between the cheers, the line between the sneers, the land of an tears, the drew a few beers seems to forget all the years of a lifetime that never happened. We're still capping, we're still laughing, we're still strapping, we're still mapping the circle symbolism of a vapid mind. Keep it up with the rapid fire, because the acid that's been keeping us flaccid. The rabid rabbits, the rabs rapidly blasting us back to the master mastodons, masterfully masking us out the task, discarding the fast. But I know it's this. It seems he's back in the wagon again, wagging his tail, hacking his bell. I wonder what would happen if he decided to get back at him, but getting back to him about getting back with him, getting back in the bag with him, and getting back in the habit of hacking the hacksaw, hacking the stacksaw, tracking the blast out, back in the coastline, back in his grandpa, back in the corner, back with the corner, back you're a foreigner, backwards warmer, too bad I'm a mourner, minus to disorder. Could you spare a recorder? I'm south of the border, and I see. Wow, what I have a step of the treasure to the riff and never know whether the weather will be the woodwork. Wow, what a step of the ever so treasure to the riff and never know whether the weather will be the woodwork. Would it work if I could take one thing about how it wouldn't be right here and it wouldn't be right now? Wow, what I ever step of the treasure to the riff and never know whether the weather will be the woodwork. You see, they keep forgetting that I'm a veteran the lives of people with mouths, a veteran hives, a veteran tribes. Together we could lie, or alone we could die. In groups we could try to just get by and hope we can buy enough time to cry and hope when we drive we forget the reason why it all exists. The world of bliss, the world of imagination and rodent infestation, the world between the teams, the world of steel beams, the world of countless themes, the world of money-making schemes, the world of happy screams, the world of stillborn dreams. After a few memes covers up the seams, it covers up what's sought to preserve their only shot to end up in the same plot. They get what they got, like it or not, and 16 years later, coincidence? I don't think not. Wow, would I ever step with the treasure to the riff and never know whether the weather will be the woodwork? Wow, would I step with the ever so treasure to the riff and never know whether the weather will be the woodwork? Would it work if I could tell you one thing about now? It wouldn't be right here and it wouldn't be how. Wow, would I ever step with the treasure to the riff and never know whether the weather will be the woodwork? If I had a nickel for every pickle I found myself in, a dime for every round that didn't cut it within, a quarter for every order that exported their win, and a dollar for every scholar I couldn't believe in, I'd be the richest kid on the block, the street, the city, to the whole town, gather around, say, wow, we so witty, that's right, I'm a rapper. Minus the Xanax, the face tats, the fake cash, the real crime, the jail time, the I'm fine, the not fine, minus the lean and super lean, it's so obscene that in the scene you look down upon if you clean, but for $20 I get way more than a bag in a magazine. If I had a minute for every infinite drought of doubt, an hour for every power that emerged from their cloud, a day for every hay that didn't even turn around, and a year for every year that didn't quite work out, I'd be the oldest kid in my class, my workplace, my house, and I'd outlive them all. Even the mouse. You see, we're really not so different, you and I. We both want to leave a mark on this world before we die. We both want to chop off our wings so we can learn to fly, but we didn't break the scale, so it's time to get high. Hey yo, I got it as well, see, but I gotta get healthy. What if I just simply limit what I consume and maybe eat some more veggies, but set to a tune? I feel there might be a clue inside me and maybe all around me. Yeah, I can hear the ringing, almost sounds like the singing, like I'm part of some intricate art of the joke. And if you don't believe me, I'ma put you in an artichoke. Hold the phone, there's the ringing again. How did I think this would end? A call from a friend, the phone's still ringing, the choir is still singing. I pick up the phone, it's the unknown, they need me alone. I need to go now, bye, yeah, I'll leave the mocking for us. I need to go now, yeah, bye, I'll see you in the chorus. If I had a ball for every ball I never could grow out, a gun for every pun I made that nobody got, a knife for every life that didn't quite hit the spot, a rope for every note providing me what I'm not, I'll be the only kid left in my house, call the walls. I like myself king of the mind, leave it behind, reason and find, you're living a lie and I'll never die. Oh yeah, and you're probably wondering what happened to that protagonist from the first verse, huh? Well, if you're so smart, figure it out. Wow, but I ever step with the treasure to the riff and never know whether the weather will be the woodwork. Wow, but I step with the ever so treasure to the riff and never know whether the weather will be the woodwork. Would it work if I could tell you one thing about now? It wouldn't be right here and it wouldn't be how. Wow, but I step with the ever so treasure to the riff and never know whether the weather will be the woodwork. Wow, but I step with the ever so treasure to the riff and never know whether the weather will be the woodwork. Wow, but I ever step with the treasure to the riff and never know whether the weather will be the woodwork. Wow, but I ever step with the treasure to the riff and never know whether the weather will be the woodwork. Wow, but I ever step with the treasure to the riff and never know whether the weather will be the woodwork.